Only $6.99, only at S&M.
Have you tried a little S&M?
Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the buzz, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line is causing some controversy for docking ships at a Haitian resort called Labadee. Now, it's a peninsula that is on Haiti's northern coast, and it's about 60 miles away from the main devastation. And there, passengers can enjoy, quote, jet ski rides, parasailing, rum cocktails delivered to their hammocks. And Royal Caribbean announced its decision to resume stops at Labadee, thank you, last week. A company executive cited the economic importance of the resort to the local citizens, as well as the opportunity to deliver much-needed supplies. Some people, though, are sickened over the thought of vacationing where so many people have died and are still struggling to survive. But Royal Caribbean CEO sees it in a different way, saying, quote, being on the island and generating economic activity for the straw market vendors, the hair braiders, our 230 employees, helps relieve some, you know, while being elsewhere doesn't help at all.
Right.
So what do you guys think about this? Because obviously they had to stop the stops for a little while because of the devastation and the earthquake and the uncertainty in the region. But what do you guys think of starting it up again?
You guys are waiting for me?
I'll go ahead. I mean, I think that if you were one of those cruise passengers stopping on this location, obviously what's happening so close is going to weigh heavy on your mind. But I do think it's a way of helping the country. You know, you go in, you talk about these cruise ships and how they immediately, they're in there for 6 hours, and then there's
thousands of dollars,
if not millions of dollars immediately into the economy.
And it's not just one ship. Then another cruise ship comes.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, Royal Caribbean doesn't just have one ship.
Right, they might set the tone.
I mean, you may have 2 or 3 ships a day coming into Labadee. I've actually been there on Royal Caribbean. I know what it's like. It is a little bit of a distance from Haiti. It's not like you can walk from Labadee into Haiti.
Right.
It's not that close. I'm kind of torn. I can see the CEO's position, saying, listen, you know, if we stop it, you know, Haiti's going to lose a lot of money, and what they need now is money. That's what the Red Cross is saying. That's what everybody else is saying. But by the same token, you know, the cynic in me says, hey, listen, if we stop it, we lose money because people may not want to book a cruise because they're not going to be able to go to Labadee.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So, or do they want to cancel because they're afraid of being in that country and what's going on, or aftershocks like we saw this morning? You know, I think stay the course.
Yeah, I think what's interesting about this is in a time when so many people are saying, how can I help, what can I do, I can't get there, you know, I don't have access. I mean, it's one way to have access, and certainly we've seen the way that lots of companies have partnered, because Americans, I mean, you go to any country and people say, oh, you Americans, you really love to shop, don't you? And it's true.
Well, there's no shopping a lot.
No, but what you do see is other companies having partnered, like the Red Campaign, Gap's Red Campaign, where you're doing something that you want to do anyway, but the good is multiplied by the fact that it's going to an organization that helps others. And so I think, you know, I think it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you know, again, I'm torn. I don't know how I would be if I were actually there and trying to enjoy myself, knowing that just a short distance away, this devastation is taking place.
I think it's going to be a subdued visit for the passengers there, maybe a time to reflect on the country's beauty, natural beauty, and also maybe the blessings that you're given in your life.
And I have to say, you know, I have to separate myself a little bit as a journalist, because as a journalist, there's a part of me that says, I want to be there, I want to see, I want to do, but not everybody else is going to feel that way when you're just a, you know, a recreational tourist going into the country. So it's interesting, and I'm wondering how people on our live blog are responding today and on our Facebook page, Courtney.
Yeah, it's split down the middle as usual, which is good to see both sides and to hear what everyone's thinking. Here's about one comment from the live blog on foxprovidence.com. This one's from Smokey Walls. She says, I really don't think they should even be near there. It just doesn't seem right. Here's a look at our poll that's happening right now on foxprovidence.com. Should cruise ships have returned to Haiti? Your choices are A, yes, the money will help them rebuild, or B, no, it is insensitive and too soon. So you can weigh in there, and if you're on Facebook right now, you can reach us that way as well. We have about 4 comments. This one's from Adam Blessing. He says, is it in good taste? Not really, but it's not as if they've done nothing to help. And Pamela Burkett says, I think it was in bad taste. Yes, they delivered supplies, but they should have just arranged to dock somewhere else this time. And Patricia Fargley says, I think they shouldn't be having fun there when the people are in such trouble. I wouldn't feel right doing it, but at least they've donated items. So, you know, I think it's at this point really just a personal choice as to, you know, what us as individuals would do. But I'll be back in about 30 minutes with the poll results to see what you all said for today's Buzz. But for now, back to the kitchen. Lily, I can